Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Careless Podcast. If you're new here, don't worry. You're in the right place. You're all about self improvement, feeling good, and getting stronger inside out. And I'm really, really glad you clicked on this episode. So let's jump right in. Before we start, make sure to subscribe down the episode and follow me on Instagram at Careless Podcast. The link will be on the description as usual. I love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to send me feedback too. And a quick update on the releasing schedule, you guys. I've decided to shift things around a bit. From now on, I'll be releasing new episodes every Monday mornings at 8 a.m. I really want to start your week with a fresh perspective and a positive mindset. So I think this timing will work best for everyone. Thank you for your understanding as I continue to tweak the schedule, and I hope you're as excited for the new content as I am. Let's dive into today's episode. We're diving into something that I think a lot of us need to hear, the whole idea of the winter arc or lock-in season. And before you come here and start judging me, whatever, I know I'm publishing this episode pretty late. I should publish this episode like 2 months ago, whatever. But at least I'm releasing this episode, you guys. This is really what matters. And I do think that this is just not for the winter season, as this is for spring season, summer or fall season as well. And I don't want you to just focus on, because I do think lock season is when you want. If you want to lock in tomorrow, if you wanted to lock in yesterday, if you want to lock in today, it's never too late. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And if you're wondering what I mean, let's break it down. This is about a time of the year when the weather's colder, the days are shorter, and it just feels so right to stay inside, slow down, and focus on ourselves. Basically, think of it as your personal lock-in period, a season to glow up, but in a quiet, cozy, all about me kind of way. And I know it is winter. Nobody wants to go out, nobody wants to do nothing, and I totally get it. That's fine. Cause me myself, sometimes I just don't want to get out of my bed and do stuff that I really need to do. But I do think that that's a part of our journey. That's a part of our life. Sometimes we will not have this cozy comfort every time, and we really need to fight to have discipline. So that's kind of what I'm trying to tell you. And it's okay if you have slow days. That's totally fine. Yesterday I didn't do shit, you guys. I promise you. First I woke up 12 p.m. No, 1 p.m. I guess. Yes, I woke up 1 p.m. And then I did my hygiene and whatever. I didn't even work out. I was just so tired. Then I ate croissant. And then, yeah, I was just watching YouTube, scrolling on TikTok in like 8 hours. And then I was writing a song. I was writing a song, you guys. I'm sorry to write a song. I don't know if I told you that, but I did that. It was really fun. It's been a hobby of mine that I'm really enjoying lately, and I do feel like it is I found about this hobby in a perfect timing. And yeah, I didn't it was just a slow day, and that's totally fine. I didn't be upset about it because I do think that it is okay. While everyone's obsessed with the big glow up moments, we rarely talk about beauty of just slowing down, staying in, taking time for ourselves. So today we're gonna talk about why this winter arc, your luck and season, may just be the most powerful glow up of all time. And when I talk about glow up, you guys, I'm not just talking about physical appearance, but I'm also talking about from inside out. So let's get into it. First of all, when I say winter arc, I mean a season where you're all about low key vibes. You're taking a step back from the usual hustle and just letting yourself rest and reset. This is your cozy season to work on yourself quietly to get ready for those big bright moments later on. It's almost like you're building something deep inside. I don't know if you feel me. No one has to see it, but you're working on you. You're sitting up, glow up foundation. And I do feel what's cool about this, you guys? Now stay with me now. What's cool about this is that I don't know if you guys ever felt, but like when people say, "Oh my gosh, you've changed so much," or like you got skinnier, "Oh my gosh, you're so mature now," something like that. So I was talking with my best friend. Story time. I was talking with my best friend 5 days ago. Yeah, cause I don't talk with my best friend every day. Cause if I talk to her every day, well, it like we don't have nothing to say. Cause we tell every time we has this chance to talk with each other, I tell her everything and she tells me everything. So we kind of don't have anything to discuss about. But I was talking to her and she said something that she said that she told me was that I'm more mature, and 1 year ago I wasn't that way. I wasn't that way at all. I didn't see the world the way that I'm seeing now, and I didn't be so positive as I am right now. And I do agree with that because I was a very negative person, even though my family didn't know. Even nobody didn't know that I was so negative. And I was the most negative person ever, at the point that when I was out on the streets and I saw, I don't know, a guy with black clothes, I thought that he wanted to kidnap me or something. It was wild, you guys. It was just so negative. I was always thinking the worst thing that could happen to me. And then I started to realize that, why am I thinking that way? It doesn't really help me. It doesn't really um add anything to my life thinking that way. So I said I'm going to start thinking positive. Even if it goes wrong, it's okay. It's totally fine. And yeah, I do think that it changed me in some way in my life. In a world that's so much pressure to always be doing something big and posting everything, going out, making moves, but sometimes the biggest glow ups happen when we are not doing any of that. Sometimes the best thing we can do is just to be quiet, take care of ourselves, and stop wondering or worrying about what everyone else is doing. You know, this is the time to read that book you've had on your shelf for forever, and or if you didn't finish a book, start reading it again. Pick up a hobby just for fun. You guys, I think a lot of y'all don't know what hobby is, and you guys think that you should do a hobby because it is cool or because everybody's doing it. But no, maybe your hobby is, I don't know, maybe your hobby is making coffee or something. I don't know, but something that generally makes you happy. And when you're doing this hobby, you don't get tired of it. You can do 1 hour straight without looking at your phone. That matters is that is what really matters is that it is making you happy at some point, you know. So find a hobby that really makes you happy, genuinely happy. Don't find a hobby just because everybody is doing it. Oh my gosh, I saw someone playing guitar, now I want to play guitar because it is cool or something. Find something that you genuinely like doing. I didn't know that I like it to write songs. Like, I'm just like, wait, hold on. And I was showing my friends, like, oh, this is very good. Because I took the inspiration of this song, I took the inspiration of Billie Eilish, Lunch, and I changed it a lot of words, but I kept some, just a little bit, like, just, is a craving not a crush or something like that. And they said it was really good, and my music teacher, he was like, oh my gosh, this song is perfect and whatever. And he played on the guitar, the piano, and he's like, it is amazing. And I didn't know that I enjoy writing songs until I started to do it. And I started a new project of writing a new song, which is it. I just want to write this song because I'm feeling like the song that I'm starting to write down. So I do feel like it is a time when I didn't know that I really like doing this and that it will become my hobby. But yeah, it is the same thing as journal. I started journaling because people told me to. And they were like, no, but this is good, your mental health and whatever, blah 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 blah, all those boring speeches that everybody say. But I realized that not journaling is not for everybody, and it is people that can't sit down and write down for 5 or even 10 minutes. That's just too much, and that's totally fine. Because I do feel that some people, they express themselves singing, listen to music, and I do express myself a lot when I'm singing or listening to music, and I do feel finding yourself in those situations, you will know more about yourself. So I do really recommend you that. Or even just chill and give yourself a break. That's okay. You don't need to, even if you don't know which hobby you want to start, that's totally fine. And yeah, you might feel like everyone else out there is doing big things, you guys. It will always feel that. But trust me, there's a magic in focusing on yourself without needing to show it off. And when I say focusing on yourself, I'm telling you, focusing on yourself at the point that people will start calling you selfish, boring. Like when you start focusing on yourself, you guys, they will call you boring. They will. And I do have experience from this because it is a lot of people, they call me boring, whatever. I'm not boring, like I'm just focusing on myself. And just because I don't want to do something, it doesn't mean that I'm boring because I do respect myself. And if I don't want to do that, I'm not going to do that. That's the level of self respect that you should have. And that's the level of focusing on yourself. That you focus too much, that people with time start calling you boring. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out party, or that you shouldn't drink, or that you shouldn't have fun. No. What I'm telling you is that I'm gonna give a simple example. It is Monday, you know, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. And then you came from work and your friends are calling you like you want to go out, hang out. We have this party, and then you say, no, I can't because, I really need to do stuff. I need to do my night routine. I need to work out. If you didn't have time to work out in the morning, I need to do this and that, whatever. And they say, oh my gosh, but like, let's have fun and whatever. I mean, when you tell them no, and even like if you have friends and you tell them no, I can't, they should understand it. They should not call you boring or something. Because if you can't do this or if you can't make it, then that's totally fine. That's okay. But what I'm wanting to tell you is that, yeah, and whatever, you guys, that's what I'm trying to tell you. One of my favorite parts of the winter arc is creating little routines or rituals that feels good just for you, for yourself. One of my main things that I'm trying to do right now in my life is to kind of like drink tea every morning. I know it sounds very, very weird, but drinking tea every morning and have this devotional time in the mornings because I've done that a lot, but now I'm just not focusing enough. I do feel like it is good at some point, and it is something that I really enjoy. So you should find something that you'd like to do in the mornings. Like maybe it's making a cup of tea every morning, or just chilling for a few minutes, or lighting a candle while you read, or even just having a weekly date night with yourself where you do something relaxing. I don't have date nights very, very often, but when I do have, it's just like I'm eating popcorn or I'm not eating nothing. I'm just drinking water and watching something. But I do feel date nights are very important for you to have with yourself. I think that that's when you find yourself again. The small things may sound basic, simple, but they're actually so powerful, you guys. They give you sense of comfort and help you stay connected to yourself. And honestly, that's what the glow up is all about. Feeling good in your own skin, in your own time without needing anyone's approval. Cause let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Because if you say that like you love yourself, you're focusing on yourself, but you're always constantly trying to show off what you have, what you got, what you achieved, then you're not focusing on yourself. You're doing this to show people what you made. You're not doing this because you want to be proud of yourself. You want to show people that you're more than they just thought. And not what we are craving for. That's not what you want for your life. And alright, now that we've talked about it, here are a few questions for you to think about. Take a second, really let this sit with you. And I'd love you to write those 3 questions down in your notes, your journal, whatever, or just to reflect about it. The first one is, what are some simple things that help me feel grounded, relaxed, and cozy? The second one is, how can I use this winter arc to work on myself even if no one else can see it? And the third one, the last one, am I okay with slowing down, or do I feel pressure to keep up with everyone else? Reflecting on this can help you figure out what you really want out of this season and how to make it feel right for you. And alright, you guys, here's the challenge of the week. I feel like I talk it a lot. I'm just here yapping, and you guys are hearing, and I do love that. This week, I want you to create one little winter ritual just for yourself. It can be just as small as taking 10 minutes every morning or every night to journal, stretch in the morning, or even just having a day to do nothing at all and not feel bad about it. I want you to sit down and tell yourself it's okay to have slow days. It's okay to slow down, and it's okay to sometimes don't do shit. That's what humans does. That's okay, because we need to rest and reset, as I said, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. And whatever feels good to you, commit to it for the week and see how it feels to make that time for yourself. Find a new hobby, or try to find a new hobby, whatever. And if you feel like sharing, let me know what you try. I'd love to hear about it. So that's for today's episode. Remember, your winter arc is about you, and there's no pressure to make it big or flashy. Sometimes the best things happen when no one is looking. Thanks for tuning into Carla's podcast. Stay cozy, stay focused on yourself, and embrace this lock-in season. Catch you next time. Stay warm and don't forget to glow from inside out. Thank you for listening.